Now on CoastTV News.
A cold front is sweeping away the heat and humidity, and it's being replaced by a cooler and drier air mass just in time to start the month of July. I'll tell you how long it sticks around and what to expect for the 4th of July coming up.
Heavy flooding in other parts of the country, what people had to deal with in New England states over the weekend.
A win for wind power, the bill approved in the Delaware General Assembly, and what this means for our coast.
Celebrating the anniversary for the Cape May Lewis Ferry and how its first trip was not a smooth start.
This is CoastTV News Today.
And welcome to our 6 o'clock hour. Good morning, I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Paige Marley. It's Monday, July 1st, 2024.
And Paige, as we just saw, today is the 60th anniversary of the Cape May Lewis Ferry. I have a copy of the original rate card. Get this, a one-way trip with a car.
Yeah.
$3.25. It's about $38 today.
Well, okay, I was going to say, I thought it would be less than that actually, but considering how much it is today, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think people would still want to pay $3.25 instead of $38, so.
I think so too. A lot of interesting things. We're gonna have more on this later today and later tonight as well. But some interesting tidbits from then compared to now. So stay tuned for that.
Sweet. Well, maybe it's a good day to take the ferry if you want to celebrate a little bit, or maybe you're going to go anyways. We'll bring in Bob right now. Bob, what do you think? Good day for travel?
I think so. I think a good ferry ride from Cape May to Lewis and vice versa will be looking good today. Kind of breezy, probably seeing some whitecaps out there because of a northerly breeze, but it will be dry and very comfortable. We're looking at mostly cloudy skies right now. Still a few lingering showers, maybe around Salisbury, Nanticoke, but some steadier showers farther south, southern tip of Delmarva. We have a cold front working through, so we're drying out slowly but surely here, and the heavier showers and storms offshore now and lingering into areas of eastern North Carolina. But behind this front, much drier air is building in. You're going to love this forecast the next few days. Right now, mid to upper 60s across the area. Millsboro 66, 68 from Rehoboth down to Bethany Beach right now. We've got a northerly flow, northerly wind. We like to see that this time of year as we dry it out. So some lingering clouds, maybe a stray shower very early this morning. Then by 9 o'clock, we're into a lot of sunshine and temperatures rising through the 70s, probably upper 70s around 1:30 and a little cooler at the beaches. And then I think we're topping out near 80 across many inland areas. So much cooler than it was over the weekend and much drier as well. And a pleasant evening on the way. UV index for today, sponsored by Ocean City. It's a 10, very high. Burn time is only 10 minutes, and we're in that very high range now right through the 4th of July. It does drop a little bit as we go into Friday, but the higher SPF sunscreen is a must. Midday shade. Limit your time outdoors and try to avoid the sun from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m.
So much. We're going to take a look at video now. Thunderstorms making their way through Rhode Island over the weekend. That area dealing with heavy flooding even. Authorities say several streets were blocked off when they became impassable. Thankfully, so far, no injuries have been reported.
Sunday was the final day of the current Delaware legislative session, and one of the big bills approved, future of wind off our coast. It impacts that. It's called the Delaware Energy Solutions Act. It sets a target of generating 1,200 megawatts of electricity from wind farms. The bill puts in place the process to buy materials and contract labor to build the wind farms. Sussex County Democrat Senator Russ Huxtable is one of the bill's co-sponsors. It did pass along party line votes in the Democrat-controlled chamber.
New this morning, we have reaction from the Nature Conservancy on the passage of this bill. So they say, according to the executive director, Lori Brennan, quote, the expansion of sustainable clean energy solutions is critically important to the fight against climate change. The bill is now ready for Governor Carney's signature.
Also new this morning, a bill to eliminate the death penalty failed in the Delaware General Assembly. The state House of Representatives could not pass the legislation to permanently remove the penalty for first-degree murder. The death penalty was ruled unconstitutional by the Delaware Supreme Court in 2016, but it is still codified in state law. And even though 24 representatives voted in favor of it being removed, the nature of the bill requires a two-thirds majority vote, so it did fall a few votes short of passing.
Delaware's budget is another thing checked off the to-do list. Governor Carney saying the budget for fiscal year 2025, it's over $6 billion. According to the governor, this budget will continue to support public schools, the workforce, and the environment. It also includes a record-setting $98.5 million grant package, a major chunk of that budget going towards over $1 billion capital budget. Carney saying he's proud of the work lawmakers did this session.
Now, this next one, It might not be the biggest piece of legislation coming out of the General Assembly on Sunday. It does have some impact for our coastal communities. All that is needed to make the Orange Crush the state cocktail of Delaware is for Governor Carney's signature. The bill was sponsored by Lewis area Representative Pete Schwarzkopf. Crush, it's been the long go-to drink for many of the bars near the beach.
Happening today, dredging is scheduled in Millsboro. According to the town, DNREC will resume dredging the Indian River. The project began last fall with preparation to wetland restoration sites that will receive the dredged sediment. When this work begins, boaters, you should use extreme caution to protect your own safety as well as the safety of dredge crews. DNREC also saying boaters should expect delays when traveling in the project area.
Happening tonight, tax increases are the center of attention in Lewis. 2 public hearings are scheduled for this. The first one deals with a new lodging tax that city officials are pushing to be 3%. It would apply to hotels, motels, or tourist homes. The second hearing is for bumping the short-term rental tax up from 5 to 6%. And according to the website AirDNA, which analyzes Airbnb data, the average daily vacation rental rate in Lewis is over $375.
Milton wants to hold a future public hearing on marijuana establishments. According to the town's agenda, officials want to schedule a hearing on how the town will regulate recreational marijuana within town limits. Right now, an ordinance is drafted that aims to prohibit manufacturing and testing facilities and marijuana retail stores. Council could look at adopting this after a future hearing.
60 years ago yesterday in Lewis, governors of Delaware and New Jersey, they were part of a ceremony celebrating the launch of the Cape May Lewis Ferry. It became the only way south of Wilmington for drivers to travel between the two states. And while there was plenty of pomp and circumstance, it was also a day that did not go smoothly.
So a little chaos in the early days. They were doing the christening where they break the bottle of champagne, but one of the interns had wrapped the bottle with some tape because he was afraid that the shards of glass would come out of the bag that was surrounding the bottle. And the First Lady of Delaware went to swing the bottle and it did not break. So one of the ferry executives rushed in to help, and he was able to really swing it and break it against the side of the ship, but in doing so he broke his thumb.
Now, as for the first paying customers, that occurred July 1st, 1964, 60 years ago today, and today on CoastTV News at 6. We will go back in time to those first days of the ferry and look at what it means today. Democrats are in salvage mode after the fallout from President Biden's debate performance by trying to turn the page with campaign events.
Still, questions remain about the president's age, his fitness, and his candidacy moving forward. NBC's Bree Jackson shows us how officials are still standing behind both presumptive candidates.
President Biden and his allies doing damage control over the weekend following the president's lackluster debate performance.
Joe Biden has confronted and had to come back from tragedy, from trials, from tribulations throughout his entire life. So the moment that we're in right now is a comeback moment.
The public show of support for the 81-year-old comes amid private discussions about the party's future.
There are very honest and serious and rigorous conversations taking place at every level of our party because it is a political party.
A poll conducted just hours after the debate showing 60% of voters said Biden should be replaced as the Democratic candidate. Those on the short list for former President Trump's vice president are standing firmly behind him.
I actually don't care if Joe Biden is the Democratic nominee because Donald Trump is the Republican nominee, and the contrast between Republican policies under Donald Trump and whoever the Democrats ultimately end up with is very powerful.
Republicans are also defending concerns about the former president dodging questions and making false claims during the first presidential face-off.
Donald Trump was very clear. He will not support a federal abortion ban. He was super clear on that during the debate.
Some voters remain unhappy with their options.
They were both going back and forth. It was like throwing jabs at each other. We're not here for that. We're here for the American people.
Both campaigns hope to convince Americans they deserve another term. In Washington, Bree Jackson, NBC News.
A top Biden campaign official says there was a tense call with dozens of donors Sunday laying out what would happen to the campaign infrastructure should Biden step aside, stressing he He had no plans to do so.
All right, well, we're just getting started in this hour of Coast TV News Today.
Coming up, boat parade prep begins. We'll show you what you can expect in Lewis and the other events in the area this Independence Day weekend.
And ice cream for a cause, how one shop in Rehoboth Beach is catering to its employees just as much as its customers.
Chipotle portion problem, why one restaurant analyst thinks the chain may be skimping on your food. All that and more as Coast TV News Today continues.
Accurate termite and pest control. Our professional pest management program includes year-round protection, 4 seasonal visits or more, and pest-free peace of mind. Locally owned and operated, Accurate Termite and Pest Control, on target since 1995.
The big issues: abortion, civil rights, healthcare. When Trump policies were attacking our rights, County Executive Matt Meyer fought back. Now Trump is promising a national abortion ban and huge cuts to healthcare coverage. Matt's healthcare plan will reduce costs, not coverage, by increasing competition on the exchange. And Matt's plan will protect women's access to abortion, always. So call Matt Meyer. Tell him you support his plans to protect Delaware values.
18 years ago, we founded Community Bank Delaware with the goal of providing high-quality banking services to our local community. Here you meet with decision makers, people just like you who live in and love this community. We provide the newest banking technologies to our customers, supported by our local team of banking professionals. Our bank serves clients throughout Sussex County, and we continue to grow, all thanks to you. Community Bank Delaware, where community matters.
Accurate Termite and Pest Control. A new season is coming and so are the pests. They want in. Trust Accurate to keep them out year-round. Locally owned and operated, Accurate Termite and Pest Control, on target since 1995.
6:12 on our Monday, first day of July, looking at mostly cloudy skies in Milford right now on the Bay Health Cam, and it's starting to brighten up. Eventually, we'll start to see these clouds decreasing already, thinning out farther to the north, but a little thicker to the south. Maybe a stray shower hanging on around the Salisbury area, eastern Virginia. Southern tip of Delmarva has a better chance of rain as this cold front is slowly making its way to the south, pushing all the rain to the south and east. We're looking at temperatures into the mid to upper 60s right now and a refreshing northerly breeze. That will dry us out today, meaning a beautiful day on the golf course. Boy, I'm kicking off the month with perfect putting, I must say. Mostly sunny, warm, and less humid with a high around 80 degrees.
Bob, can't deny it. Moving on, we are now only days away from July 4th, and Ocean City announcing it will host 2 fireworks displays on that date. And you can view one of the displays at Northside Park in the Bay. The other one will be at Caroline Street. The events both kick off at 8 p.m. with music to be followed by the fireworks display at 9:30 p.m. Now get this, the inlet parking lot, that will be open, but the parking rate will be increased to $5 per hour for that day. Several locations will be closed for parking, and those can be found on our website, coasttvnews.com. Rehoboth Beach is holding their Independence Day fireworks show on Saturday, July 6th. It brings a lot of fun. It's also a lot of closures, so plan ahead if you're going to that. The bandstand area will be closed from 6 p.m. to midnight on the 6th. Beginning at 7 p.m., only bus traffic and homeowners will be permitted on Henlopen and Surf Avenues. With these road closings, there are also no parking zones at Surf Avenue, Grenoble Place, and Surfside Place.
Are Chipotle's burrito bowls really getting smaller? I feel that way when I go to Chipotle. A Wells Fargo restaurant analysts, they wanted to find out that as well after a viral trend dubbed the Chipotle phone method surfaced on TikTok. Chipotle's CEO addressed the issue, and they say the portions have not gotten smaller. In response, Chipotle said the bowl size may vary depending on the ingredients you pick. I don't believe it, but that's what they say. Famed investor Warren Buffett made some big changes to his will. The chairman of the Berkshire Hathaway told the Wall Street Journal he will be putting his wealth in a new charitable trust overseen by his 3 kids. The 93-year-old billionaire saying he put together this plan because of the trust he has in his children's values and how they will distribute his wealth. Still ahead this morning, ice cream for a cause, how one shop in Rehoboth Beach is breaking down barriers for those with Down syndrome.
And we're looking at clouds, but we're also seeing some blue sky on the horizon in Laurel as we'll see the clouds decreasing. A nice start to July with dry and warmer conditions, actually cooler conditions than we saw on Sunday, but it does get much warmer by the 4th of July and muggier as well. I'll have your forecast details in 2 minutes.
Watch for the IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep.
We are Active Pest Solutions, Delmarva's pest control experts. As temperatures rise, so does pest activity. If you don't protect your home, you're at risk of a pest infestation. Get 365-day protection from common household pests with our Proactive Pest Plan. With termites, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
For one of the fastest response times in the industry, call 302-645-1502 for a free evaluation. Active Pest Solutions, Delmarva's pest control experts.
Feeling the summer sizzle? Is it turning your home into a sauna? At FH Fur, we know you can't wait when your AC is down for the count. That's why we're offering same-day service, guaranteed. If we don't make it to you the very same day, you will pay a diagnostic or dispatch fee, plain and simple. So whether your AC is blowing hot air, your thermostat is on the fritz, or your entire system needs replacing, an FH Fur expert technician will bring your comfort back today.
877-CALL-FUR, FHFur.com.
Researching a new HVAC system or water heater can be like buying a car. Let Chesapeake Home Services take the guesswork out of your homework. Test drive a new system, and if you're not completely satisfied for any reason and we can't fix it, we'll buy it back. Plus, we'll include our bumper-to-bumper warranty, 10-year parts, 10-year labor, and a 10-year maintenance plan. To learn more, call us or visit us at ChesapeakeHomeservices.com.
For service sure to make you smile, they always go the extra mile. Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Right now, pet dander, skin cells, mold spores, pollen, and dirt are being sucked into your air ducts. Get cleaner air and system efficiency now with Stanley Steamer. For over 75 years, we've continually engineered our equipment and processes to deep clean your entire home. Your air ducts aren't clean until they're Stanley Steamer clean.
Call 1-800-STEAMER. Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Time is 6:17, and you are now looking live at Ocean View. Cloudy skies there, a hint of the sun off in the distance. If you look at that, this is near the Indian River Inlet Bridge, but clouds now. However, we will see sunny skies in just a few hours.
Yes, we will, Matt. You can see the sharp edge to the overcast and the clear skies on the horizon, and the clearer skies are heading our way, as will the lower temperatures. Of course, it was a miserable Sunday. It was so hot and muggy, but that is now gone. We have a cold front swinging through, which will drop our humidity levels into the comfortable range the next couple of days. You can see it bounce up into the muggy range. I think that's mainly at night, but the afternoons will be dry. And then as we go into midweek, 4th of July, and especially into the holiday weekend, it starts getting very humid to miserable. So, yeah, enjoy the break now because, yeah, it won't be lasting all that long as the heat will be back. Here's our 5-day temperature trend. We're actually below average the next 3 days. That's nice to kick off July. A high of 80 today, 81 Tuesday, 84 Wednesday, and then it does jump to 91 on the 4th of July as our flow turns out of the south. Right now, it's looking dry for the 4th. And then Friday, 92, I think a better chance of some storms at that time, and then into the holiday weekend as well, but not looking like a washout. Temperatures now 65 in Seaford, Georgetown 64, Millsboro 66, 67 Rehoboth, and Lewis at 68. And we've got a northerly wind around 5 to 15 miles per hour. We like to see this wind direction this time of year, as that is bringing in lower humidity and some cooler conditions as well. So we get a nice break from that stifling sizzling heat, which will be back by the end of the week. We're starting to see breaks in the overcast farther to the north, northern Sussex County, but to the south, still mainly cloudy across Maryland. Maybe a stray sprinkle for you there, and some showers across southern Chesapeake Bay, down near the Bridge Tunnel on into the Norfolk area, seeing some showers down that way. Here's the cold front slowly working through, and the drier area is building in behind it, so we will see those clouds decreasing as the bulk of the heavier showers and storms are across eastern North Carolina. But behind this front for us, it's much drier air building in through the Ohio Valley. We've got a huge area of high pressure over the Great Lakes. We'd like to see that this time of year, and that will continue to settle in over the next couple of days, promising nice weather. So any sprinkles or clouds this morning quickly move out as we're looking at clearing skies through the morning. Temperatures rising through the 70s to close to 80 by later today. By 5:30, around 80 in Millsboro and Seaford, but 70s for Fenwick Island up to Dewey Beach. Could see a few clouds through the overnight, but our temperatures drop to comfortable levels tomorrow morning into the low to mid 60s, maybe a little milder along the beaches. And then tomorrow, much like today, another day with sunshine, low humidity, and temperatures into the low 80s, around 82 in Salisbury, 80 in Millsboro, but lower 70s along the beaches, so a little cooler for you and looking pleasant into Tuesday evening. Want to fast forward to the 4th of July. It's going to be hot and humid, but I think it stays dry. But as we go into the evening of the 4th, you can see some showers back to our west, and maybe some of those move in on Friday. And I think we'll see isolated to scattered showers and storms. The timing is still up in the air. It's going to be a very hot and muggy weekend, but I think especially with the heating of the day, we have that chance for seeing those storms. Here's your Paul Davis 7-day forecast. Pleasant today and tomorrow with lower 80s, also pleasant into Tuesday and Wednesday morning with temperatures in the lower 60s. Wednesday 84, and then for the 4th 91, and becoming pretty muggy. In fact, very muggy Friday into the holiday weekend. 92 Friday, and once again isolated to scattered storms Friday right into the weekend, and lower 90s both Saturday and Sunday.
Thank you, Bob. Nothing says summer like getting a nice scoop or two of ice cream.
Definitely. Coast TV's Madeline Overturf shows us how the newest shop in Rehoboth Beach not only serving sweet treats, but it's changing lives.
Connor Watson is the first employee on shift at Uncle David's Ice Cream.
Give me a smile.
The store is named after David Sampson, the brother-in-law of Dennis Deal and brother of Dennis's wife, Sharon Lee.
He was my inspiration. He was just a sweet and gentle person.
Like Connor, David had Down syndrome, and so do the employees at Rehoboth's newest ice cream shop who work alongside support staff.
Our point is to raise awareness for people with Down syndrome, and here we're putting them front and center where people can see them working and how good they are. Awesome!
Everything in this store is set up to help those with Down syndrome succeed. Take a look here. There are corresponding numbers to each ice cream flavor. That's because managers tell me numbers are typically easier for those with Down syndrome to work with. On that same note, Uncle David's deals with dollars, not change, and is a walk-up window only for safety.
Number 22.
It's a legacy for a beloved brother
Dennis.
And a future for people just like Connor.
This is going to be the happiest ice cream store in Rehoboth.
Scooping up opportunities on Rehoboth Avenue. For Coast TV News, I'm Madeline Overturf.
And the store is located right on the avenue. It's up by City Hall in Rehoboth Beach. And get this, all the money raised goes to the Boardwalk Buddy Walk. That benefits research, education, and family support for those with Down syndrome.
Coming up on Coast TV News today, a boat parade prep taking place in Lewis, what one judge is saying about a special blast from the past expected at this year's event. Coast TV News today will be right back.
The UV Index Weather Report is sponsored by Ocean City Tourism, somewhere to smile about.
This summer, Lewis is your go-to destination for live music. Rocking the Docks brings you the best tunes from soulful sounds to classic vibes. There's something for everyone. Plus, enjoy food trucks and explore our vendor market at every show. Don't miss out on beautiful sunsets and great tunes. And don't forget to bring the whole family. Kids 12 and under are free. Rocking the Docks, your summer soundtrack. Tickets on sale now at rockingthedockslewis.com.
As your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we wear many hats. We take pride in serving our members and our community by going the extra mile in everything we do. Because we not only work here, we live here.
We're Delaware Electric Cooperative, and we're proud to keep the lights on.
Are you troubled by strange smells, uncomfortable rooms, or mold in your home?
Do you experience feelings of dread when you enter your crawl space or attic?
Does your home suffer from slopes, sags, or other structural concerns? If the answer is yes, pick up your phone and call the home performance professionals like FLC Energy.
Don't just treat the systems in your house. Treat your house as the system and call FLC.
We're ready to believe you.
Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with my Bionic Blade, the new handheld blender that's rechargeable, so you can make a fast, healthy shake anywhere. It has the motor and blades built right into the lid, so blend a shake at the gym, make pina coladas by poolside, or grind coffee beans for an iced cold brew on the go.
Get the Bionic Blade for just $29.99 with free shipping. You'll also get 2 sipping lids, a second container, and the sports lid. Get it all for just $29.99. Order now.
At 4th, thousands will be lining up on the banks of each side of the canal in Lewis. 40 to 50 boats will be parading from the Roosevelt Inlet up to the drawbridge and back. The parade starts at 1:30. Judges will be awarded 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place. They'll be given plaques by the Overfalls Lightship. That's at 3:30. This event raises money for the Overfalls Foundation, and Mayor Andrew Williams will be the MC. Registration is accepted until 3 o'clock Wednesday. That's this Wednesday, July 3rd, at the Lewis Chamber of Commerce or the Harbor Bait and Tackle Shop. We caught up with one of the judges and the boat parade chair to see what we can expect from the event this year.
Flags and all sorts of different themes. People get very creative. In fact, the Lewis Historical Society will feature 2 boats going back to the period of 1812.
And there's a lot more happening in Lewis for Independence Day. Children's games on 2nd Street start at 9 a.m., the Doodah Parade around 4:30 to 5 p.m., and fireworks, those will launch at dusk.
We are joined again by First Alert meteorologist Bob Trahe. June went out with high humidity. Then we had that storm last night. You had to deal with it driving.
Yep.
And now we have the cliche, the calm after the storm.
Yeah, we have the calm before the storm and now after the storm, or I should say after the front, guys, because we had that cold front swing through. And you would think with it being July 1st that temperatures would automatically keep rising, but no, that's not the case. We're going to cool off a little bit, maybe a few showers this morning in Chincoteague, cloudy and Assateague, but decreasing clouds through the day and highs in the 70s for you. Waves around 2 to 4 feet. Fenwick Island and Ocean City, some clouds early on and then a northerly breeze all day and temperatures into the 70s. I think you wind up in the upper 70s by later today, so a beautiful day. Then on the bay side, waves around 1 to 2 feet. The next 3 days in Cambridge, your lower 80s today and tomorrow, and then mid-80s Wednesday. Crisfield, watch for some showers today. Otherwise, pretty pleasant Tuesday and Wednesday with low to mid-80s, and then we get pretty hot by the 4th of July and beyond. The rest of the 4th of July holiday looking pretty toasty. More on that coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Bob. Also coming up, one of the top travel weeks beginning right now along our coast. We're telling you how many drivers AAA predicts will take to the streets, including, of course, the Bay Bridge.
Also, dredging begins today in Millsboro. Some of the challenges expected for boaters in that area.
And offshore wind winds, we're telling you a new bill passed in the Delaware General Assembly and what one environment agency's response is. Coast TV News Today will be right back.
This is your moment.
You can keep growing. You can keep getting stronger.
What an inspiration.
I'm ready to make more history.
Yeah! I think something special's about to happen.
American Ninja Warrior, tonight on NBC and Peacock.
Season 19, the talent is insane.
I've never seen anything like this.
Thank you.
I never have done this before. I'm a little scared.
We have a medic on standby.
What's happening? AGT, Tuesday on NBC and Peacock.
July is the month of freedom, family, and furry new friends from Puppies R Us.
Find your perfect puppy and enjoy star-spangled savings all month long with not one, not two, but $300 off your purchase of a new puppy. It's our biggest sale of the year. The freedom to get star-spangled savings on your new best friend lasts all month, so stop by today. Make this July unforgettable with family-owned Puppies R Us in Bridgeville, where we put the puppies before us.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodell Concepts. Today we're at Thompson Island Brewing Company in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Come check us out. Located in the Rehoboth Gateway next to Blue Coast Rehoboth, Thompson Island will follow the Sodell tradition of serving beautiful, simple food that will pair perfectly with our fresh homemade beer. Thompson Island is a perfect place to have dinner with your family, enjoy happy hour with friends at the bar, or spend a day in the beer garden playing bocce ball and ping pong. Thompson Island Brewing Company in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, open 7 days a week. See you soon.
Let me brag for a moment about my wife. She's among the few dentists worldwide to be accredited by the American Academy of Cosmetic Dentistry. She is the only dentist within a 100-mile radius with this prestigious accreditation, and I couldn't be prouder of her dedication and achievement.
It is my passion to ensure our patients receive the absolute best in cosmetic dentistry and leave with a renewed confidence in their smile.
Entrust your smile with a dentist accredited by the American Academy of Cosmetic Dentistry.
Schedule your free consultation with De Palma Dental in Berlin, Maryland today.
Now on CoastTV News.
A cold front moving through Delmarva, at least to our south, is sweeping away the heat and humidity with a cooler and drier air mass to start the month of July. I'll tell you how long it sticks around and what to expect for the 4th of July coming up.
Big travel day at the bridge. Heading into the holiday weekend, the record number is expected to hit the road. The eastbound lanes of the Bay Bridge projected to be packed this week.
Waterworks, we're looking at the dredging scheduled for today in Millsboro and potential delays for boaters.
Energy Act advances a look at the next step in putting wind farms off of our coast and the claims made by supporters and the Democrats who approved it in the General Assembly.
This is CoastTV News Today.
July 1st, 2024. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Paige.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Paige Marley.
Time is 6:31, and we were talking about our weekend, what I did over the weekend, what you did, and you were really down with the Olympic trials that took place. That aired a lot on Coast TV.
Yeah, don't forget, it's going to be, the Olympics is going to be on Coast TV, of course. But yeah, I was tuning in, and all the while I was watching the trials, the Coast TV banner or at the bottom was like, thunderstorm warning, flood warning, a lot of warnings.
Basically, every county on Delmarva was under that warning.
Yeah, I didn't even have to look. I should have just known Sussex would be on it, but I thought I'd check it out.
Yeah.
But that was very helpful, of course. No storms expected today in our area, though. First Alert meteorologist Bob Trahy is back in. Hey there, Bob.
Hey there, good morning, guys. Good morning, Delmarva. The storm threat is over. We had those last night. It's very early this morning. We're just looking at mostly cloudy skies now with a clearing trend across Sussex County. But we have one last push of showers moving across areas of Maryland and Virginia. Crisfield, watch for some showers for you. Farther south, Chincoteague, you'll get a few showers, and Ocean Pines as well. You see them moving in from Virginia, so that'll clip areas right along the Virginia-Maryland state line as a cold front is swinging through. You see, this is the last of the showers moving through with the heavier rain across North Carolina and now offshore as this cold front is slowly sagging to the south. We've got drier air building in behind this front, so it's going to set up to be a gorgeous first day of July. Out the door this morning, temperatures in the mid to upper 60s. We've got a northerly wind that is going to dry us out, especially as we go through the day. And here's Futurecast at 7 a.m. Still hanging on to some clouds. Sussex County back into Maryland and a few showers farther south. Then we clear it out and we slowly rise to the lower 70s around 11 o'clock this morning, and beautiful this afternoon. Noticeably lower humidity, upper 70s to right around 80 for the inland spots. And along the coast, temperatures into the 70s and a beautiful evening. Of course, Matt had the ferry story earlier on, and if you're riding the ferry today, 60s to lower 70s as we go through the morning, but a stiff north-northwest wind around 15 to 20 miles per hour as you're heading over to Cape May.
All right, Bob, thank you. Sunday, the final day of the current Delaware legislative session. One of the big bills approved deals with the future of wind farms off our coast. It's called the Delaware Energy Solutions Act, and it sets a target of generating 1,200 megawatts of electricity from wind farms. The bill puts in place the process to buy the materials and contract labor to build the wind farms. Sussex County Democrat Senator Russ Huxtable is one of the bill's co-sponsors, and this passed along party line votes in the Democrat-controlled chamber.
And we have reaction from the Nature Conservancy on the passage of this bill. According to the executive director, Lori Brennan, the expansion of sustainable, clean energy solutions is critically important to the fight against climate change. The bill is now ready for Governor Carney's signature. The proposed wind farms off the Delmarva coast have received plenty of opposition from local communities concerned about the impact of tourism and by commercial and recreational anglers who say the wind farms will have a negative effect on the marine ecosystem.
Also this morning, a bill to eliminate the death penalty failed in the Delaware General Assembly. The State House of Representatives could not pass the bill to permanently remove the penalty for first-degree murder. The death penalty was ruled unconstitutional by the Delaware Supreme Court in 2016, but it's still codified in state law. Even though 24 representatives voted in favor of it being removed, the nature of this bill requires a 2/3 majority vote, so it fell a few votes short of passing.
New fiscal year in Delaware begins today. The recently approved budget now in effect. It's a big one, coming in at over $6 billion. Governor Carney claims the budget will give support to public schools, the workforce, and the environment. It also includes a record-setting $98.5 million grant package, and a big chunk of the budget will go towards an over $1 billion capital budget. Carney said he is proud of the work lawmakers did this session.
Happening tonight, tax are the center of attention in Lewis. 2 public hearings are scheduled for tonight. First one is dealing with a new lodging tax that city officials are pushing to be 3%. This would apply to motels, hotels, or tourist homes. The second is for bumping the short-term rental tax from 5% to 6%. According to the website AirDNA, which analyzes Airbnb data, the average daily vacation rental rate in Lewis is over $375.
Today, dredging is scheduled in Millsboro. According to the town, DNREC will resume dredging the Indian River. The project began last fall with preparations to the wetland restoration site that will receive the dredge sediment. When this work starts, boaters should use caution to protect their safety as well as the safety of the dredge crews. Also, DNREC says boaters should expect some delays when traveling in the project area.
AAA is predicting a record-setting Independence Day vacation period. TSA, well, they're expecting more than 32 million people to travel by air.
And today, the agency is giving details on how it is handling the massive volume of travelers. Amy Kiley shows us a look at what is in store this holiday week.
This July 4th travel period could be record-setting. AAA's forecast covers June 29th through July 7th. It predicts more than 70 million Americans will go 50 or more miles from home during that time. That would be the most ever for this holiday. AAA expects most people to travel by vehicle, but the Transportation Security Administration says it expects to screen more than 32 million passengers from June 27th through July 8th. The agency says the summer as a whole might set a new record, and Independence Day tends to be when that travel peaks.
This summer's travel season began Memorial Day weekend and runs through Labor Day. TSA is prepared for the highest traveler volumes that our agency has ever seen.
Complicating holiday plans for some are an aircraft mechanics strike involving Canada's second largest airline. And the weather. That includes heat advisories in these states today, more flooding in New Mexico, and the 2024 Atlantic season's first hurricane.
It certainly has intensified very quickly.
For now, Hurricane Beryl is only a concern for Americans traveling abroad, but later this week,
we'll have to see if it continues to move more westward towards Mexico, maybe makes a bit of a northward turn toward Texas.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
Not surprising, it is expected to be a big travel week for the Bay Bridge. For context, 330,000 vehicles were estimated to have crossed the bridge Memorial Day weekend. Overall in the U.S., AAA says it projects a record 60.6 million people will travel by car over the Independence Day week. That's an increase of 2.8 million from last year. Transportation data shows the worst times to travel by car between 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. before and on July 4th, and AAA does recommend driving in morning and avoiding rush hour on Monday, July 8th. Still more news to get to in this final half hour. Don't go anywhere.
Still coming up, move over Maryland as Delmarva approaches a busy travel week. Maryland State Police are reminding drivers of the important law that promotes safety.
Also, Phil's fight for comeback win, the late-inning heroics that took place Sunday at the park.
And Cantina culprit investigation, what Delaware State Police say about a shooting at this bar in Rehoboth Beach. Stick with us on Coast TV News Today.
If you want your trade-in to be worth more down the road, then shop Toyota, the best resale value brand according to Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com. After the first 5 years of ownership, the average vehicle is expected to retain about 42% of its original value, while these Toyotas are predicted to be 12 to 20% higher, which can mean thousands in savings. Toyota is your best choice for today and tomorrow. Toyota, let's go places.
Positive, focused,
supportive, and goal-oriented. These are just a few qualities of coaches who inspire their athletes.
Each month, the Preston Automotive Group will select a coach who makes a difference and make a $500 donation to their organization. Then at the end of the year, 3 of these coaches will receive an extra donation to their program.
Nominate your coach today at DelmarvaSportsNetwork.com under the Features tab.
Delmarva Sports Network Coach Who Makes a Difference. Brought to you by Preston Automotive Group.
Oh, porches. Hello, aren't you the guy I see on TV, the porch protection guy?
Yeah, I would
say. So they're
say,
made of marine grade materials that last for years?
Yeah, I would
and they say I could use my porch all year round?
I think
and
so.
And they keep the dirt, pollen, and rain and wind out? And the custom made right here locally?
They are.
I got to run, but it was really nice talking to you.
Well, it was nice talking to you too.
Call or visit porchprotection.com for your free quote.
Turn your dreams of a perfect kitchen into reality with That Cabinet Store, where a dedicated team of designers will bring your vision to life. Whether it's traditional or European, kitchen design is our specialty. And we can get your fully customized kitchen cabinets installed in as little as 4 weeks, semi-custom in 10 days. And if you're looking for new countertops, we offer quality in-house fabricated countertops. Dream today, designs for tomorrow at That Cabinet Store, located with Matt the Carpet Guy in Selbyville and Salisbury.
6:41 on our Monday morning. A beautiful start to July. Tyndall's casual furniture camera beginning to see a decrease in clouds in Laurel right now. 66 degrees for you. And we're seeing that clearing trend moving from northwest to southeast. Still some showers, however, lingering farther south into Maryland and Virginia around Chincoteague. Eastern Virginia, you see some of these showers moving through. So one last push of showers for you as the cold front is sinking to the south, taking much of the rain, heat, and humidity with it. Out the door, we're seeing temperatures in the 60s and a refreshing northerly wind will make for great weather on the golf course today. A little wet early on, but then drying out nicely through the day. Mostly sunny, warm, less humid with a high around 80 degrees. Call the Coast TV First Alert weather phone. It's sponsored by Baird, Mendalis, Brockstead, and Federico.
Bob, thank you so much. This morning, Delaware State Police will continue to investigate a shooting at the popular Rehoboth Beach bar, the Big Chill Surf Cantina. Here's what we know so far. The call came in Friday around 12:51 a.m. with reports of a 27-year-old man who'd been shot in the leg. He was then taken to the hospital. According to police, that man was part of a group of several people who got into a fight in the parking lot. And then that's when, according to police, 28-year-old Jonathan Blackwell of Milford pulled out a handgun and shot the victim. Police have released an arrest warrant for Blackwell, and if you or anyone you know has any information about the shooting or where Blackwell is, you're asked to contact the police. We're going to head over to Milton now. Due to the July 4th holiday, the town says yard waste pickup will be Friday, July 5th. Trash collection will remain on Wednesdays. And prepare for possible driving delays also in Milton. There will be overnight road work beginning as early as today. It could go until the end of the year. That's according to Councilwoman Lee Revis-Plank. The councilwoman saying there will be a resurfacing project in the area of Route 16, Route 113, and Route 1. It's a strictly a nighttime project with crews working from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Just past the halfway point of the MLB season, it has been a smooth ride for the Phillies. That is up until now. With both Bryce Harper and Kyle Schwarber on the disabled list, it opens the potential of a rough patch for the team that began Sunday with baseball's best record. Phil's attempting to get a split in their series against the last-place Marlins. Phil started the party quickly. First inning, Alec Boehm, big boom, 2-run home run, and the Phils open with the lead. We're tied at 2 in the 4th. That's when Emmanuel Rivera goes high, deep, almost gone. Dane Meyer scores. It's 3-2 Marlins. It was 6-5 Marlins in the 7th, and Trey Turner delivers. Big 2-out hit. Whit Merrifield, David Dahl, they both score. It is a comeback win for the Phillies. They are 26 games over 500 heading into July. They're off today. They start their series in Chicago Tuesday night against the Cubs. Nationals limited to just 3 hits as they were shut out by the Rays. Nats have lost 5 of their last 6. The Rangers' Wyatt Langford hits for the cycle and routing the Orioles at Camden Yards. On the Orioles farm, how about the Shorebirds? Second inning, Steven Acevedo, solo shot. That's his 5th of the season. The Birds get the win over the Wood Ducks. How about these Shorebirds? They are 6-3 in the second half. That's tied for first in the Carolina League North. NASCAR Nashville, after a rain delay, Joey Logano with some savvy fuel strategy takes the checkers. First win of the season for the driver of the 22 car, 33rd of his career.
Hope you had a great weekend, Delmarva. Here's what's happening Monday at 4 on Coast Life.
If you're planning to attend the fireworks in Ocean City, we've got everything you need to know.
Awesome. And an art show that's raising money for charity. We're going to tell you how you can attend in Lewis.
And of course, we've got some laughs for you with another edition of our Joke Jar.
All that and more Monday at 4 on Coast Life.
A northerly breeze is kicking up the waves a bit on our gutter helmet cam, 68 in Ocean View. You can see the clearing trend taking place. It will be a beautiful start to the month of July, dry and warmer conditions, but it gets much warmer by the 4th of July. I'll have the details coming up in 2 minutes. Stay tuned.
Delmarva's Rock Station, 93.5, The Beach.
Coverage on the road, in your community, along the coast. The IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep, live on the street, day or night. From breaking news to weather in your town. The IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep, coverage you can count on.
It's a 4th of July celebration going on now at the car stores and the truck stores. Celebrate freedom. The freedom to drive. The freedom to choose from hundreds of quality pre-owned cars and trucks, many with low mileage and remaining factory warranty, and backed by the Certified Advantage, giving you added value and peace of mind. Find your next car or truck during the 4th of July celebration, now through July the 6th, at the car store in Salisbury and Laurel, the truck store in Delmar and Dover. 4 locations, one great company.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness? If you've ever experienced the warning signs of bad circulation, then you need Legzercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way. Soothe pain and calm restless legs. Reduce swelling in your legs, ankles, and feet, and stimulate healthy circulation. Stay active with Legzercise Pro.
There's a difference between a great golf setting and a setting for great golf. Unbelievable. This isn't just the Open, it's golf as it's meant to be. The Open Championship on NBC and Peacock. Part of the greatest summer of golf.
877-GOLFER, FHFur.com.
Feeling the summer sizzle? Is it turning your home into a sauna? At FH Fur, we know you can't wait when your AC is down for the count. That's why we're offering same-day service, guaranteed. If we don't make it to you the very same day, you will pay a diagnostic or dispatch fee, plain and simple. So whether your AC is blowing hot air, your thermostat is on the fritz, or your entire system needs replacing, an FH Fur expert technician will bring your comfort back today.
877-GOLFER, FHFur.com.
Time is now 6:47 on your Monday. We are going to take a live look, see what's going on in Cambridge. Ooh, I want to take a boat out in Cambridge, Bob. Looks like a beautiful morning for that.
Yep, a little bit of a chop.
A little bit.
On the waves page. We've got a northerly breeze, a little chop. We'll probably see some whitecaps today, too, because we'll have a stiff northerly breeze that will bring in the cooler weather and some of the lower humidity as well. You're going to love this forecast the next few days, especially after Sunday's oppressive 90s and feeling like 105. Yeah, none of that for a couple days. 80 today, 81 Tuesday, 84 Wednesday, below the average of 87. By the 4th of July, it starts to get hot again and muggier, 91, but I think we keep it dry on the 4th, but on the 5th, well, it's going to be hotter, 92, and a better chance of some showers and storms. And as far as the humidity, we're in that comfortable range, I think, the next couple of days. I think at night we get a little muggier, but we dry it out in the afternoon, and then we do get into the muggy to humid to very humid range, maybe even miserable as we work our way into the holiday weekend, so definitely feeling like summer and the 4th by that time. But temperatures out the door this morning: 64 Georgetown, 67 Salisbury, 68 in Bethany Beach, and 67 in Rehoboth. Feeling a little cooler because we have that northerly breeze. That breeze kicking up the bays a little bit, some whitecaps there, and that northerly breeze inland, and that will usher in the less humid air as we go through the day. We're already starting to see the clouds thinning out across Sussex County. Still hanging on to some showers, however, into areas of Maryland and Virginia, southern part of Delmarva, Chincoteague, back into the Bridge Tunnel area in Norfolk and eastern North Carolina, seeing the showers of storms as this front is pushing to the south with drier air building in behind this front. We've got huge high pressure over the Great Lakes, and that will provide beautiful weather the next few days. Futurecast showing the clouds clearing out from northwest to southeast, sunshine and a slow warm up to the mid-70s today, upper 70s to right around 80 inland areas later on. Beautiful conditions, a little cooler at the beaches. And then as we go into this evening, maybe just a few clouds, but light winds and mainly clear skies by the morning means cool temperatures in the low to mid 60s, mid to upper 60s along the coast. And Tuesday, much like today, another day with lower humidity, upper 70s and lower 80s. Just a beautiful day and a beautiful evening on the way. Skipping ahead to the 4th, it's going to be hot and humid. I think it's dry, but then we start to see periodic showers and storms isolated to scattered Friday right through the holiday weekend. Not going to be a washout, but you'll have to keep an eye to the sky, especially during the heating of the day for some storms. Paul Davis 7-day forecast. Lower 80s today and tomorrow. Some comfortable mornings as well in the lower 60s. 84 Wednesday, then the 4th, 91. Then here come the showers and storms Friday into the weekend. Hit and miss, and still pretty hot and muggy with temperatures in the lower 90s.
Thank you, Bob. As drivers prepare for holiday travel, the Maryland State Police wants to emphasize Maryland's Move Over law. This law requires drivers to take certain actions when approaching any stopped, standing, or parked vehicle displaying warning signs. Now, drivers should change lanes if possible to give more space to the vehicle with activated hazard lights. Road flares are caution signs, and police say if changing lanes isn't safe, to then reduce your speed to ensure safety for yourself and others. Originally, this was to protect emergency responders and law enforcement, but the law now includes all vehicles displaying warning signals.
It's now 6:51. We're going to check in with our coastal pet of the day.
Today's coastal pet of the day is the head of his community. On your screen now is Mayor Charlie. Charlie lives in Rehoboth Beach, takes his job as mayor very seriously, and as you can see, he's always makes sure to get some rest after a long day of being the furriest mayor ever. And Charlie was submitted to us by, it says here, Paige's secretary, who is Cheryl.
They sound very busy. We want to see all your pets on Delmarva. Send us photos and tell us what makes your pets so special.
Scan the QR code at the top of your screen to submit your furry friend to Coast TV News, and then you can just watch weekdays, 5 to 7 a.m. to see all the furry pets we feature.
I, too, had a dog named Charlie, golden retriever. Great name. Here's Milford on our Bay Health cam. We're clearing the skies out from north to south. Really nice. A beautiful start to July. A couple of nice days. And then getting hot by the 4th. And some storms possible for the holiday weekend and much more muggier. I'll have your 10-day forecast coming up next.
Are you looking to transform your mobile home? Choosing a company that doesn't know the difference between a manufactured and a stick-built home can lead to major repairs in the future. At Delaware Mobile Home Repair, we work exclusively with manufactured homes. So whether you need your bathroom remodeled, new roofing, siding, or any other restoration or renovation on your mobile home, the team at Delaware Mobile Home Repair will get the job done right. Visit our website today and start your free estimate with Delaware Mobile Home Repair.
I remember their little hands in mine, taking those first steps, soothing them when they were hurt or sick, helping them find their strength. Lately, I've noticed them trying to help me, but I'd much rather hear about them and my grandkids. That's why I chose Commonwealth Senior Living at the Eastern Shore, because some things never change. I don't want my kids to worry.
Improving the lives of seniors, their families, and each other. That's the Commonwealth difference.
Your getaway starts where it all began, Pennsylvania. A place with 1,000 experiences that'll have you coming back for seconds. And they're just down the road. See the Big Bell right beside bigger battlefields? Go around the next bend and you'll find world-class cuisine, Great Lakes, and Grand Canyons. Small towns with big reputations and whitewater right next to calming waters. Come visit Pennsylvania, the great American getaway.
Got a plumbing problem that can't wait? Then why would you? At FH Fur, we know how frustrating it is to be stuck waiting for help, which is why we offer same-day service guaranteed. Whether it's a leaky faucet, a clogged drain, a broken pipe, you name it, the expert plumbers at FH Fur are standing by and ready to get you out of hot water. Or maybe into some hot water, if that's your issue. Same-day service guaranteed, regardless of your plumbing predicament.
877-GOLFER, FHFur.com. Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with my Bionic Blade, the new handheld blender that's rechargeable, so you can make a fast, healthy shake anywhere. It has the motor and blades built right into the lid, so blend a shake at the gym, make pina coladas by poolside, or grind coffee beans for an iced cold brew on the go.
Get the Bionic Blade for just $29.99 with free shipping. You'll also get 2 sipping lids, a second container, and the sports lid. Get it all for just $29.99. Order now.
Before you go, Sunday was the final day of the current Delaware legislative session, and one of the big bills that was approved with the future of wind farms was off our coast. It's called the Delaware Energy Solutions Act. It sets a target of generating 1,200 megawatts of electricity from wind farms. The bill puts in place the process to buy materials and contract labor to build the wind farms.
Not surprising, it's expected to be a big travel week for the Bay Bridge. For context, 330,000 vehicles were estimated to have crossed the bridge Memorial Day weekend. Now, overall in the U.S., AAA says it projects a record 60.6 million people will travel by car over the Independence Day week, and that is an increase of nearly 3 million from last year. Transportation data shows the worst time to travel by car between 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. before and on July 4th.
Today, dredging is scheduled to begin in Millsboro. According to the town, DENREC will resume dredging the Indian River. The project began last fall with preparations to the wetland restoration site that'll receive the dredge sediment. When this work starts, boaters should use extreme caution to protect their own safety as well, of course, as the safety of dredge crews. DENREC also saying boaters expect some delays when you're traveling in the project area. 6:56 coming up on 57 now. Time for a quick look at your forecast before you head out the door.
Bob, I'm liking this great start to July.
Yeah, it's nice. You know, it's great. You know, we had all the hot weather and steamy weather to end June, but guys, we start July on a cooler trend and a drier one as well. Still some showers, southern parts of Delmarva, but those will clear out through the morning, and then we start to clear out the skies. We have a stiff northerly breeze all day, only warming through the 60s and 70s slowly to about 80 for a high later today. Here's your Paul Davis 10-day forecast. Really pleasant the next 3 days with lower humidity, 81 on Tuesday. Pleasant overnight lows in the low 60s, 84 on Wednesday. And for the 4th, here comes the heat and humidity, 91. And then the showers and storm isolated to scattered Friday through the holiday weekend. Won't be a washout, but keep an eye to the sky and have the CoastTV weather app. And we keep the pattern, well, a little unsettled, typical summer into next week, upper 80s and lower 90s, and showers and storms every once in a while.
Bob, thank you so much. And thank you all for joining us on CoastTV News Today.
Today's show is coming up next at 7 a.m.
And we'll be back with CoastTV Midday at 11, so stick with us.
And for even more news, coverage you can count on, download our CoastTV News and Weather apps. Have a great Monday morning, everybody.